Good morning, Karen.
Morning, Joe.
You ready to do this?
I am. Let's go.
Let's do this. Woo! Yeah. Good morning, Ray. You're holding the door for us. Thank you.
Hey, Ray.
Let's get the show started.
Let's go. Give a classroom map. It would look something similar to this.
We have several views you can choose.
Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Joe.
And welcome to
What's Happening? And today I'm going to be covering one of my favorite apps. Actually, it was one of my favorites on the Macs, and the iMacs, the MacBooks, and all the computers Mac makes, right? But now they brought that to the iPad, and slowly but surely I'm getting better, and I'm starting to like it very much once I've seen the power of it. And so I'm going to show you a few little features on iMovie, or we are going to show you some features on the iMovie today. And then later on we'll have another episode on specific parts of the iMovie. But right now we're just going to give you a general presentation on iMovie, and I hope you really like it. But I think it's pretty powerful for a mobile device app.
And as Joe's launching it real quickly, iMovie is an app that you can use to create movies. More so in the classroom, a lot of times we're creating digital stories or sharing what we've learned. And so the really great and wonderful thing about using iMovie on an iPad is that, of course, you have a built-in camera, and you have a built-in video camera, and you also have music that might be in your music library that you can pull all into one place without having to export or connect to other devices to bring things in, so that you can create your movie from one device.
It's all in here. It's your computer. And one thing I noticed that last year when I went to Disneylandia in California, right, I saw a lot of people recording their videos as they were waiting in line for the roller coaster ride or whatever. And they were recording stuff while they were in the roller coaster, and then they were editing their movies on iMovie while they were waiting in line. Pretty awesome, instead of waiting until they got home. Well, this is iMovie. And when you first launch it, it takes you to this page first, right? It took mine to my last project, but when you first launch it, it brings it here. And so if you look at the very bottom, you have these buttons. You have the plus button, the play button, the action button, and then the save button, right? But the plus button, right, is to create a new project. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on that one. So I tap on it, and I go to new project. We'll go on project. And the next episode will be on trailers. Okay, so take it easy. So new project, right? So then when you start, it's kind of cool because there's three main parts of iMovie, right? On the upper left-hand corner, you see the little that square there. That's where you have your video footage. On the right side, that's where you have all your media. I'm sorry, that's where you have all your media. On the right side of that is where you have the preview. You can see what's playing on your iMovie. And the bottom is where you have all your tracks, your video tracks and your audio tracks. Right? They're all residing at the bottom. So, and I'm gonna start with the parts first, right? On the upper left-hand corner, right now we're seeing video. But if you see right below the video, you'll see where you can tap on different parts of it, right? I go from video. I tap on the little two boxes. It shows me the photos. And then I can click on the little music button, and I can hit the audio. And this would be like music I have in here or their own sound effects, okay? So,
and what it's doing is it's looking at all of the videos on the device. Those are all of the videos, right? All of the pictures on the device and all of the music on the device as well.
So we're doing a public service announcement with this video. We're just pretending here. It's just for fun, right? And so what we did, Karen and I, we went outside and we took some little video footage, real quick videos. And so, but before I put in my videos in here, what I did is I used one app called ABC, Magnetic ABC, right? And so I went in there. I took a little snapshot of my picture. So I'm going to go to my camera roll.
And it's a free app, by the way.
So I'm going to call this one crosswalk. So I'm going to notice I see all my pictures on that part right there. So I double tap on it. It should bring it into my, see that? So it's down here, my crosswalk.
I was going to say, explain that timeline there and what those seconds mean right next to that picture.
And so whenever you import a picture, it's always going to import it with 6 seconds duration, okay? That way you can put transitions and things like that before or after. So when I play it, I hit the play button, you'll see it kind of have a little effect like it's moving from one part to another.
And that 6 seconds is nice. It's a nice default because it should give you enough time to read the amount of words that you could have on a slide.
And once you have a picture, and you can add an effect. So if I double tap double tap on it, okay? And so if you notice, I see my picture, and on the upper left-hand corner, you have, when you see well, this part right here, right? Where you see the crosswalk image, you see a start button, and then you see an end button. So on the start button, it's already selected. I can pinch and zoom my picture, and this is my starting position. So what I can do is I can make it real small, right? Okay, maybe not too small, right there. So then I hit my end button, and then I can tell what I want to do at the end, right? Okay, done. Start. So make it small like this, and then end, make it bigger. We do this like safety, right? Like emphasis on safety. So then when I go back to play my crosswalk, safety, right? Pretty cool. So
nice
then,
effect.
right? Nice effect. So then this is my title. So at any moment, now I wanna go back to the beginning. You notice when I put my finger on this, I'm not even touching the clip. I'm touching right below it, so I can just drag back and forth. It's kind of cool. Woo, disco, disco, right? So at this point, I want to record my voice saying, crosswalk safety, right? And if you notice on the right-hand side, towards the middle of the iPad, you see a microphone button, okay? So I can move where I want to start my recording. So I'm going to start like maybe right here. I hit my microphone button. At this point, I'm ready to record, right? So I hit record, and you can tell the microphone's working, right? So I'm going to hit record. Prepare to start recording again. Crosswalk safety.
I had to laugh after.
I'm having fun, okay? And so I accept, right? And if you notice, the audio track falls right below the video track. See that? So now when I play it, you can probably hear it. I heard it. I think I heard it. And so at this point, if it's not in sync, I can always move the audio back and forth. I can grab it and I can move it, and different starting position. Okay, so I'm going to put it right there. So that makes more sense. And all I did to manipulate the beginning and the end of this, I just put my finger on it and just drag it back and forth. And also, you notice that when I tap on it real quick on the audio, my little handle bars, my little handle buttons show up, and I can shorten the video in the audio. Is that good?
I think that's great.
All right, cool.
Super easy.
So then I'm gonna go now to the bringing in some video footage that we took outside. We're having fun. We're laughing. So then back on the left side, if you look towards the middle of the page, right, you see where the two blue boxes are highlighted. Then I tap on the one that looks like a film strip, and you can see Karen showing up on the upper left-hand corner, right? And I think it usually holds them in order. I think from the oldest, from the newest till the oldest, right? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to drag the bottom one first, or just double tap on it. So then I have my first video, right? And then I go to the middle one, and then the last one, right? So now they're all in order. I can't give my oh, wait a minute, hold on. Good time to show you this too. If you don't want the clip, say you go, this clip didn't work, I want to delete this clip, I can drag it just away. I can just drag the video, drag it away until it poofs out. Another way is if you double tap on a video, you double tap on it, and then you can delete the clip this way too. So there's two different ways of deleting the clips. And audio, whatever it is that's on the bottom. So I'm going to bring this one again. I wanted that video. Yay. And the last one. There you go. Okay. So now we go. I got it. So I'm going to play my video real quick so you can see it's only a few seconds, right? I'm going to play it. And see crosswalk safety, right? And then there's Karen like talking about, what you should do crossing the street, right? She's so awesome, right? And then she looks both ways. Like oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. There we go. And there's Karen, and of course, there's the end of it.
Crossing the street, you want to look left, right, left,
And then, I want to Karen, get away! Of course, We'll also show you how to do that effect with a separate app. That's going to be our gift from us to you guys, okay? But at this point, we'll go back to the beginning of the video, right? And so at this point, you see where Karen's right here. She's maybe this is maybe too long right here. I can always tap on the video, and like I told you, that little the little yellow handle button, so I can drag it over and shorten up a little bit and stop it right there. Right? And so, and the other video too, so I can go in here and be at the end.
It's a nice way to trim video clips if you have the very beginning where a student is saying, or there's a lot of wait time, or to trim the end of a clip as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
See, she's awesome. And so at this point, right, maybe I want to have some background music playing in the back, because it's, you know, make it sound like it's a little more professional. So same thing on the left side, right, left side of the screen, middle. You know, I had the video, I had the photos, and then I also have the audio. So I can go to my audio. And of course, when you're working with audio, it's better to download music from a site that has it's part of
Creative Commons.
Creative Commons, or you know that it's copyright free. A friend of mine was complaining that he posted a video on Facebook that had a full-length song that was real popular, and it was rejected because of copyright issues. So right now I have songs here that I cannot use because of those restrictions of copyright. And this will be online, so we can't do that. So I'm going to go with theme songs.
And another option, and so just bringing those in, is to have your students create their own music using an app like GarageBand.
Right. Their own
mix.
And so this is just for practice, right? I'm going to use a simple one real quick. I'm going to select that one. Select it. Okay. So then it's part of the whole video, okay? If you notice, if I go through the whole thing, that's part of the whole thing. You can also drag songs too, and if you want to control when it begins and when it ends, okay? So that's one way. So I'm going to delete audio clip. See, I can always grab that same audio and drag it from the list, drag it over. Okay, come on, where are you? Okay, just brought the whole thing in there. But at this point, if it's too loud, say Karen is saying, you know, she's making she's saying something about the video. At this point, I can lower the audio so it doesn't overpower what she's saying. It's playing in the background. Just demonstrate. Go back to the beginning. I'm going to go and play. And you know, the song is still playing in the background.
Safety.
We're outside, and of course I want to cross the street.
Might be too loud.
Before I do, I should keep a couple things in mind. It's always a good idea
Awesome.
to go one way.
Okay, so then I'm going
to
pause it there. And one thing that was really cool, this is a cool effect, right? So you might want to have the audio to be like really loud here, but really low here, whatever. You can split the audio, and I think you just flick it. Okay, it's not flicking for me. Anyway, but this is the basics on iMovie. I mean, anything you want to add to this?
I'm wondering, can you detach the audio from the video clip, Joe?
Oh, yeah. So, for example, let's say we're doing some, we're doing some lip syncing, right? And you're doing a song, right? And you're having the kids doing like they're doing the alphabet, or they're doing a song about whatever, and it's pre-recorded. They have karaoke music, and they record it already, and then they're going to put on here, and they're going to put their video clips, right? And you want an audio, right? Yes?
And like, say you want to take out the audio for your video clip and just have some music behind.
Okay, so then you double tap, right? Okay, let me take off this audio here. Come on, get out. Okay, delete tap. And so we double tap there, and that's the difference. Oh, hold on.
Can actually control the volume right there.
No, it was my fault. If you notice in the middle of the screen, you know where you insert the audio, the little music notes. To the right of it, there's a little squiggly. That's your waveform, right? You turn it on, and then you can see the waves, right? And that's where you can actually see a bar on your audio, if it's really loud or really low. Notice the recording of my voice. I did the crosswalk safety, right? If I tap on it, right? If I lower it, you can see the waves kind of going up and down.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh, disco, disco.
Nice and visual.
Right? And so I'm going to leave it there. And so then I go to this one here. And so say I don't want Karen talking anymore. I double tap on her, and see where it says I can turn off the audio completely. You won't delete it. So there's an on button and off button. So I turn it off, so I completely mute her. Or what I can do is turn it back on and then limit her audio. Follow me? So then when she plays, when I play her, she won't be as loud as before.
Nice.
And you'll notice the difference because when she jumps from this one to the other one, it'll be nice and loud. Oh no, wait a minute, it's about the same. Hold on. Sorry. Oh no, it's lower. Yeah, it's lower. So you'll see her jump. Cool. Okay.
So I guess I want to just real quickly add some uses for the classroom. Of course, we know a lot of people make their own home movies or record videos at weddings and other things, but when you're in the classroom, it's kind of nice when you're learning about different things in the classroom and you want to maybe do a book review. You can record that book review, turn it into a movie for students to watch. You can also record commercials, and maybe there's something that they want to advertise from a book that they were reading, right? A special product. You can do commercial advertisements. If they're maybe in a government class and they want to do a little bit of campaigning, they can create a campaigning commercial. So there's lots of different uses for this in the classroom. Of course, writing a story and actually creating a little movie works out well to just show what you're learning. But the nice thing about iMovie is that you can also add some overlay as far as text too. So I know we didn't really show that, but you can add the videos, you can add the audio, you can add still pictures, kind of one place to bring a lot of different items into one.
Yeah, and speaking of that, like let's say Karen, what she's talking about left and right here, we can double tap on that video clip right there and see where it says title. I just double tap on the clip that I want to add text to, and so then it gives me the option of putting some text. So I go middle, and I can type in look, left, and then right.
Which is great, again, if a student is creating something and they need those words in there. It could be vocabulary or just, reviewing something that they learned in class.
And then
it looks great.
Yeah, then thank you for adding that. And also on the far right next to the microphone that I showed, we showed earlier, you have the camera button, so you can actually take pictures and video within the app. So you don't have to go get everything from the camera roll. You can do it right off the app itself. And one thing I didn't show you earlier, this is one of the cool things that I want to share with you. On the upper right-hand corner, you do have an undo button. You see a little arrow kind of coming down on the upper right-hand corner. And if you hold that one down, it's a redo, okay? And then next to it, you have the little wheel, the little cog wheel, and that's your
it's one of my favorite little places in there.
Project settings, and then you can put all kinds of cool effects, and it keeps all the video consistent. It's kind of neat.
And might I add, on the bottom right, you'll see where it says, does it say CNN reports?
Yeah.
CNN report for some of those, like if you want to do a newscast with your students where they're just reporting on an event, or maybe it's a historical event. It's something that took place 100 years ago and they're pretending like it's occurring right now. That's a really nice one to make it look like a nice news report.
And by the way,
nice effects.
A lot of us, we learn these apps on our own. And let me tell you something that's really cool about this. Really cool. If you go left of that top bar, you see the question mark, right? And if you tap on the question mark, boom, it shows you everything, what every button is for, which is pretty awesome. So there's no like searching all over the place to find out how to do it. It's all there within these buttons. And you hit the question mark again, they go away, but you can always go back.
That's perfect.
It's pretty cool, right? And so the last part I want to show is that I'm going to take out the question mark. But notice next to the question mark, there's the little star. So I tap on that one, and it takes me back to the home screen, right, where all my projects are residing. And at this point, right, I can share my video, right? I can post it on YouTube, Facebook, Vimeo. But the most important one is I can share it to my camera roll, so it's saved on the iPad, so I can transfer it to a computer and then share it some other way. But you have different ways of sharing your videos. And also, if that project is done, on the bottom right-hand corner, you have your trash can icon, so you can just delete it completely. And at this point, you can also delete the name. I mean, you can modify the name. Right?
Perfect. Public service announcement.
Okay, so done. ¿Está bueno?
Yep, I think you owe them a surprise, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You know the app that I was telling you, the one we did the effects like that before we leave? I'm gonna get out of here. It's called Action Movie Effects, right? And the thing is, I can show you how to do the app, but this is so easy to figure out. When you first launch it, it gives you all these different themes like avalanche and missile attack and rough terrain. It has all these cool, neat ones, right? And they're free.
Well, not all of them are free, but
when
it
you go to
comes with
this,
a couple free ones.
yeah, and then you have to buy but the main ones they're fun, are free.
Yes.
And so that's what we used for that car that flips over Karen's head.
So it's a lot of fun if you are creating a movie and there's a nice climax, because we know fourth graders, high school kids, middle school kids, they can get pretty creative with their stories, but they can actually make like a Hollywood style effect without harming anybody. So I wasn't harmed when that car flipped over me because it wasn't a real car. It was just a nice little layer added on top of the film. So some really, really nice effects for free.
And there you go, one more time. Okay, but that's we're good?
Action Movie FX and iMovie, kind of a nice pair, put them together. And that's it. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Another classroom map. It would look something similar to this.
Yes, several pieces.